Day two. Don't have a name for the city yet. Probably think of one today, maybe. Last left off creating power and water. Just making areas like that. Fixing the highway ramps, exit ramps. Today I should be working on the first town. What's up? I almost didn't make it in time today. I actually was running a little late. Almost a little late. Somehow I made it back. I'm good. I've been honestly, since I started streaming, I just wait to play this game. I don't play it on my off time as much, which is a good thing. Kind of slows me down, slows down my pace. It's usually like right now, I'd probably be entering the downtown area, maybe. Yeah, that is good. I don't want to advance too fast. Usually, when I do that, I tend to rush some portions of the city. It should load soon. Maybe like 1 to 2 minutes. It'll load. Yeah, actually, I've read reports of just usually when the fan just breaks, because the fan is probably the most important part of the GPU, surprisingly. When the fan breaks, it's kind of like a mass panic. Usually you could just rubber band some other computer fans on there to make it circulate air. Yeah, because GPUs overheat really fast, and they throttle at 80 degrees Celsius. Actually, even if the fan stopped working, I guess there's the second option is to water cool the thing, I guess. Yeah, you could do that too. I don't know. I was never really a fan of water pumps and AIOs. I sometimes you can never know when the pump stops working. Unlike a CPU fan, you know the fan stops spinning. But sometimes the pump will just get you by surprise one day. But I'll eventually have to get a water cooler eventually. That's what the future is heading toward. Oh, that's fast. Actually, can't even hear it in my own headphones. Let me see if I could fix that. This game does that sometimes. I probably can't even hear it actually. Yeah. Let's see, why is it doing that this time? Let me unplug this and plug it back. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. Let's see, last time I was here, I got most of those necessities. Next, I gotta prepare for garbage. Garbage is one. It'll be really far. The garbage trucks can make the drive. But I kind of want to keep everything in this island just to make it more like fun like that. Do I want this one? Fine. It works. I really like these kind of garbage facilities. This one and this one. Waste management. Then I just change the trucks that come out. Here I got some special trucks rather than the vanilla ones. These ones are always nice. This one, I use these instead of the bio fuel garbage truck. Oh no, it's not a DLC. It's an asset. Who's it by? Yeah, Avanya. Avanya actually is a... She works at Colossal Order. She was the one that helped resolve the problem with the game erasing all your mods when the update first came out. And Ignis. So Vanya and Ignis. Maybe I'll move this over here. Oh no, it's too big. I'll leave it there. Maybe I'll... no, it's fine. Okay. With that being said, working here now. Usually people do not spawn sometimes when there's no type of utilities. What I usually do is keep the hospitals off the main road. I want to keep it inside the neighborhood. And I use this doctor's office because I like the glass roof. And the police station. Rather than using the vanilla, I'll use like a small one. Police stations I usually like to keep on the main road. A nice small one. Of the New York City Police Department, I'll use the California Police Department. This one I don't have any assets for ambulance. It's kind of hard to come by with ambulances. So I just use the fly car. And I'll just luxury hearse and the regular hearse. The coroner's van I like to use in the city because they're more of a city look. That in mind, I put the childcare right by the hospital and the funeral home, which is strange place to put it actually. But with the funeral home being there, you gotta put the element. Was that the elder care? All got access to each other to healthcare. Now I gotta. Oh, it's already made. A little too big, maybe. Here. I'll make that one big district. Why not? For styles, I usually like to do... Oh, it depends on where it is. Over here. By the water. The city will probably be over here, most likely. So I'll actually use the residential modern townhouse. I actually got some new houses I could actually put inside here. I forgot what they're called though. House. Modern townhouse. Let me look up where they're, what they're named. Go on a journey right here. What were they called? Ranch house. Okay, the ranch houses. Like there was more than that. There's ranch house, and McMansion. Yeah, okay, just ranch house and McMansion. Okay. These three. Include all these. That's the only problem with this mod. It'll take a while to load them all in for some reason. There we go. And McMansion. Oop. All one word. Or is it a specific? Actually, you gotta scroll to find it, I guess.
Colossal ore.
I spell it wrong?
We are the leading producer of minerals, ore, and natural
No,
resources.
it's MCM.
Which means you're benefiting from our services whether you know us or not. No matter
MCM.
what our critics say, at Colossal we care about our employees as well as our customers, which is why we work so hard to get our miners back in the mines where they feel at home. Together we can reunite minerals.
Oh my goodness, there's so many
Colossal
houses.
ore.
Oh, is it not a resident? Is it a one of these?
The Brontosaurus. For
No.
millennia, these gentle and graceful giants roamed the earth, grazing off the lush vegetation of the time. Their mere existence transformed the landscape.
Is it a Rico building that I just can't
lasting
place?
Impact on our world. It's that legacy that Dino Oil is proud to continue by using their.
It was low residential. Oh, it's so large. Oh, okay, that's why it doesn't show. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I didn't see what level those. I didn't see what level those buildings were, so I know where to set them.
The power of bones.
Ranch house at level 1. Okay. They'll disappear once they reach level 3, so I guess it was fine.
While you were busy listening to the radio,
Files, I press save. Yes, I did.
but well, it would take me too long.
And maximum was level 3. I don't want them to go over level 3.
And relax.
I want to keep some of these trees. I don't want to hide them. I can put houses along here. Be fine. Now the school. There is a park. I like to give the schools a little bit of a playground area. In this case, let's see. Some will have a baseball field. Others will have small soccer field. No football. Oh. That might be too big. Yeah. I'll go with the tennis court. Tennis court's fine. And usually the basketball court's inside the school, but In this case, it'll be outside. Entry from there. Entry from here. I want to make it lean against this side. That should work. This quartz go along. Oh, nope, it can't. Got its own path, so I gotta build with it. Right along here. Then that should just connect and connect. For a school to have other things. Also a regular park. I could just use other assets for a park as well. That will do. A dog park, I guess. Let me put a path along here as well. Playground would actually be smart. That should be good. I'll leave it with that. Nope. Gotta turn off collision to plant trees where they don't overlap. Pause, and then everything should spawn in. As that happens, I'll continue onto this side. This side will be the shopping area. Over here, I'll start it simple. I'll give it green shopping, a green shopping district. Have mostly pedestrian looking roads, but cars can drive on it as well. Too close, and space for parking. Let me do that. Let me do that. 4 squares apart. Anything alongside there. When it comes to commercial, I typically don't put houses on the same side, as on the opposite side of a commercial building. I'll put them behind it, but not against it. It's a suburban road. Connect at the end of the shopping district. Oh, like, in terms of, like, real life, I've witnessed it many times where there'll be shopping places across the street, and then on the other side, there's housing. It gets kind of complicated with, like, parking. Like, say if you put, like, some places in New York, for example, they'll do this, where they have, like, one of these small grocery stores, but there's nowhere to park. On the other side, they'll have houses, which will have, like, it'll be like an ugly parking mess in front of your house, or too many people across the street, and that kind of stuff. I can actually put this over here somewhere, actually. Put down here. Yeah, down here. Maybe. I can actually bring this over one. Yeah, so it just kind of like that look of like having commercial on the opposite side of the road. It kind of brings a weird feeling.
Sorry, make that 36 minutes. Time to put those nagging worries aside. You know, there's something that's been on my mind that I know I won't be thinking about. Been keeping me.
That's weirdly zoned.
Just
There we go.
let it go. No point fretting about the sewer lines. I know it's probably best not to think about it, and neither should you. But just in case that is what's been nagging away at your brain, let me just say, to put your mind at ease, they're two totally separate sets of pipes. Totally separate, and they never get them confused. The man who explained it was very clear on that point. I made sure. Of course, it still just makes you wonder. It's only natural. But for the next 35 minutes, we're not going to worry. We're just going to get out of the way and let those hard-working technicians do their jobs. Matter of fact, this
Usually people wouldn't want to live next to a highway because of all the noise from the highway.
go the right way.
Like here, so I want to avoid putting houses on this side. Let me fix this part. Pull apart. Put them back to back. This is a regular road going across. So to make it, I can actually leave it as a sort of national highway, kind of. But I'll make it a regular road. Yeah. Trees. I know in this game as well, they say that trees decrease the sound of a highway. Which is true as in real life. It's always nice to have trees. Anyways, always nice to have trees. They provide a nice green coloring to your neighborhood. Better breathability. And usually I would like make like a large brush of trees alongside here, so avoid the looks of the highway, but also lessen the noise. When you're on the highway, you can't look in people's houses through their windows. Speed it up. We put one parking lot alongside these large ones. There. These are green buildings? Huh. Oh. That's smart. They call it Edison instead of Tesla. That's actually kind of funny. This is the main road coming down. But I want to have houses come up to it, so I'm going to zone it a little bit, one block away from it so it doesn't want houses on it. This is a main road as well. I'm gonna make this road go up to this point. Zoning is disabled, which is good on that road. Turn off now. Oh, I forgot actually, my settings for TMPE, they're still not fixed. I forgot to change them. Go high. Gameplay, disable despawning. Right. It's vehicle AI. Want them to change lanes. Realistic parking and prevent unnecessary transfers. Sometimes the Sims will be stupid and take one train and then get off and then wait for the next train, which is going to the same place. They'll do that sometimes. Then on roads with vehicle restrictions, I'll make it high and also ban cars and trucks on private lanes. Well, on bus lanes. I never touch these. Enable lightweight emergency rule. Similar to highway rules, but does not restrict the user from modifying. I don't mess with these. I just fix my lanes if I want to. And this is good. That's restuck sim in vehicles. If the game's like, if sometimes vehicles or mostly sims will start to like lag and the game will run slower than normal, that button will release all the broken sims in that one area where they're broken. That'll usually happen if, say, a node is too far apart. That can happen. Actually, for here. Three apart. Okay, so let me... 2 and 2. I have one of these. There's one of these. Right here. I have an idea for that. How does it look if I do this? What I'm going to do is... Oh, my water? That comes with the, I believe, 81 tiles. 81 tiles, I believe. Yeah. Water and electricity will transfer without the need of power lines or pipes. Same thing with storage, heating, and water. So I just don't have any pipes. These facilities will just transfer themselves. I usually put power lines for decoration rather than a purpose. That's why I have all these different power lines. So like I usually run these along railroads, for instance, like along here. Which is surprising, because you could actually use parallel tool and then make power lines next to each other. As long as collision is turned off. Because I keep forgetting to do that. If this is turned off, then the power lines will show. But they won't if... There we go, now they showed, because collision's on. I'll do it kind of like that. Be a little far apart since they're in the tracks, but... Oops. Want the sharp edge. Level this one down. Meaning that I'm going to have is this road will be half accessible to up here, and then the other half will be down here. To make it look like it's separated, I'll use these quays. Usually one with trees with a darker stone material. They won't work if they're separated. So I gotta click where they make a junction. Rotate. I'll go up to here for now. Tab. And that should be good. As long as they're all facing the right way, then it's good. I have no problem. To get rid of this hill, I gotta put a road next to it. So since I'm too lazy to physically put a road next to it, I'm gonna do the same thing. Bring it closer. Go all the way over here, actually. I can't. All I can do is just grab this point, bring it down. And just like that. Now it's close next to each other. Okay, I want this road to be contemporary Main Street. Make them join together like that. Let me just change this road. I want there to be a traffic light for later. And the same thing for the other side.
Coffee, fuel of the modern economy. The age-old Italian tradition of burning beans and drinking the bitter bean juice. At Burn Bean Coffee, our environment is perfect for all of your work needs. There's no better place to be distracted than the Burn Bean Coffee Shop and Cafe. Our coffee technicians are trained to make a variety of coffees and sugary coffee-themed drinks just as you like it, all while generally making more noise than anyone could reasonably ignore. So drink up and let the productivity flow. Sippy sip coffee fans, Burn Bean Coffee. Get it while it's hot. Due to recent regulations, we are required to warn against drinking of hot coffee.
Bring the whole family
Yep.
to At the Old Grain Mill, old-fashioned family restaurant. At the Old Grain Mill
Now this works.
has the best service and the best home-style meals in town. We'll make sure you
I want to take advantage of this train now and make a station that has easy access.
Be sure that you come down to At
Do
the
have
Old
specific
Grain Mill,
stations that I want to use.
old-fashioned family restaurant, and not the abandoned grain facility at the edge of town. It's not safe for visitors.
This one.
It poses serious
Place it for now.
risks to anyone who dares enter that old mill, which was forced to close down years ago. We ordered our sign uniforms
And that's it. Just one station for now.
existence of that dangerous old flour mill, so we are not responsible for what happened there on that awful.
Yeah, I use these tech.
We just want
I
to focus on
pretty much,
some great meals
for the long time I've been playing this game,
at the Old Grain
I am now just cheating my way through.
Family restaurant at the Old Grain
Should be exactly, they're exactly okay. So one track off, which is fine.
Back with you, wonderful listeners. This
Drag
is
it so it matches.
helping you just breathe and relax with some soothing sounds coming your way over the
Right there.
airwaves. Here at Sunny Breeze, everyone has permission to turn that road dial right on down below.
Take advantage of this road by making a road going up.
Touch that.
Want to keep the grid as long as it's next to the railroad,
No point getting into it.
and use that same road and make it to where it actually connects,
Take a big breath and
just like that.
relax.
Then to fix this, let me just go here and then select nodes. And just drag it for nodes. Erase the nodes. Erase that one back. Okay, grab my... I'm gonna use these roads since they're adaptive networks. Because... let me show you what happens if they're not adaptive networks. So if I use just regular roads, they leave these tracks behind, and I can't get rid of them. They're stuck. So even if I do this and this, if I do this and this, they don't go away. I want it to be clean, so I use these roads. And that, by using these ones, they actually disappear. Adaptive networks. Oh my. And that's basically how you get tracks to switch without you controlling it. Want them to turn around, so I'm gonna give the trains the ability to turn around. I'll disable this part. They don't need that. Anything here? Let me fix that. I just realized the whole thing, I forgot I built it like that. Do the same thing back here. Oh, I just realized I did not make a bridge over that. That could have caused problems. Four lane. Elevated. Back. The cool thing about these tracks is that there's four... well, each train can connect to each track separately. So you can have a... usually, it would just be two tracks going forward and two tracks coming back. You can have it on any, so a train can go backwards this way and this way. Which is nice. Only in bridge form though, which I... kinda sad. I wish I did have a ground mode for that, but... I use a different track for a ground mode. And... sad. Here I want the train to turn around. Over in this case, I actually should have done this first. I want to unlock this and stretch this back, so that way they actually stop at the edge of the platform.
Right here to Sunny Breeze. We'll put a little smile in your day.
Sometimes unlocking can be dangerous. It can break some buildings, but it's fine for the railroads in this case. It doesn't do anything bad to them. Trains will eventually come to this station now. I'm gonna name it Madison. Why not? Actually, no, it's in Cherry. It's in Cherry. I'll name it Cherry. I don't want railroad crossings on this road, so each portion is going to be elevated over. I'm just going to place a random road and just going to 2-lane. Use one of these. I like this one. It's kind of thin. I want a node right there. Make it look more realistic. Place what kind of tracks I need. This will be they fit. As long as the bottom ones fit, that's fine. I don't really care too much about the top one. I don't want these. I want the tower. I want these. I'll leave them all concrete for now. Same thing with the other side. Usually these are backwards. Portal should be this one. Tower should be this one. It's backwards. Oh, there's an embankment. I could do embankment. Concrete? Oh, that's actually not bad. Nah, concrete's fine. Concrete embankment. Yeah, that's good. Does it show through underground? Oh, it does. Oh. I mean, I won't have a subway, so I guess it's fine. If I have a subway, this will be a problem, because I don't want a wall to go through the subway. This is fine. I'll give it an embankment. Stone. Not stone. Concrete. That side's done. Continue going straight up. Let me see, does this work correctly? Are they doing it? They're using it, right? Oh, I didn't draw anything here yet. Let me actually draw these in. That there. Points. Delete that. Where is it? I must be blind. There it is. I don't want parking on this, so I'm gonna make a straight line. I'm just gonna disable parking now. Same thing for this side. Chevron. Drag these over. Might use a... I might make a custom island. Might... I don't know if it's necessary. No, it might not be necessary. This will be fine here. I drag this back to make it fit. Pull this back so it's better. That's better.
At the Forest Foundation, we care about three things: tree things, nature things, and the third thing, bird things. The homes of native birds are being destroyed at an alarming rate. That's why our goal is to give a birdhouse to every bird on Earth. Humans stopped living in trees ages ago. It's time we invited birds indoors with the rest of us. Do your part and text Dirty Birdie to 3030 to donate a bird bath to 30 birdies. You can either be part of the problem or you can be with us, the Forest Foundation.
When it comes to making grids, I like to make one road stand out. One road will be completely different from the other.
Hi, Earl. What's your favorite place to dine out?
Give it a more dynamic look.
And you're right. It's best to think twice before you step outside your door. Well,
Like say from this portion, I might make the curve a little more actually. 50, 50, 50 is good. I'm gonna get rid of the right line.
but we don't need to get into that. The eggs are delicious, cooked just the way I like it. Not too runny, not too thick. It's just the toast
Guideline back.
across.
Up right there.
Too much butter. But they brought me some new toast.
Fix that. Delete that. Then just draw it again. Should fix itself.
And we'd all be better off if we just focused on stuff like that. Look at all the positives and don't sweat the small stuff. Well, I hope that answers
That's a
your
hill.
question, Anxious. Now, back to the music.
I could stop back here. I can stop right there. Here's what I'll actually make this road. Right there. Pause it real quick. Use one of these. Black. Reset it. Too close. Bring it back a little. Back this. There we go. Strange shape, but it works. For a shape like that, this could have something special in here. Pardon? Let me just use one of these assets, one of the parks. Too big. Almost. That's right. This one fits. Actually, let's make it put on this side. Yeah, it'll look better like that. That'll be... That's fine. Not gonna bother too much with that. Maybe here. Here will be something special, I guess, this area. Maybe here could be a library, actually. Next to it. Large park? Normal one. This technically isn't a highway, but still, to prevent noise at this close distance, I'll build a special sound wall. I just personally like the design of this sound wall. Nice, smooth. That's not wood, that's... I don't know what it is, something thicker than wood. I could have another exit over here. Off of this route right here. Could do that. This one might not be enough if I want to add more stuff back here. This doesn't connect at all to anything. So it would be good to have something over here. It would be complicated for this side, however. Let me actually fix that as well. Leave these in. Oh, good. Move it did keep it. Okay, that's good to know. Oh my gosh, I never connected this. No wonder nobody's coming here. Whoops. Go straight across. I don't think that connected. Did it? Oh, it did. Okay. And these nodes Too close.
Again, everyone. It's one of my favorite times of the day when we get to read another letter from our listeners. Dear Earl, it sounds like you're a really picky person. Maybe you should relax and just enjoy life.
What am I like? What does that mean?
That's very direct. I wouldn't say I'm picky. I'm discriminating. I appreciate it when things are done right. And not just half right for show, but really right. Like someone actually tried. Well, that's not too
This
much to ask for, is it? In fact, if you really want to enjoy life, you've
4-lane center split.
well, that's my opinion anyway. But if you want to just kick back and let everything be the way it's going to be, well, that's fine too. To each his or her.
And 3-lane. I might leave it 3-lane consecutive until here. I'll do that. Be 3-lane the entire time. It's too close. That. Bring this in. However, too far. Bring this in like there. That should be fine. This bar right there. Oh, I'm just American. I'm just a normal African American living in the States. I mostly grew up in an area void of, well, no, I grew up in New York City, but I don't live like in New York City. I'm very docile. I forget most things. Like soon I will usually forget like the important things that I'm supposed to do. Now they should be. Where are you going? Now they're going. Oh, that's why they were all going straight. Because I forgot to put this part. Now that makes sense. It's a good thing I'm not the only one. I could start to name these roads now. I don't know which way is north or south. Is the problem. So to fix that, let me save in case I crash. Sometimes when I attempt to do this, sometimes, very rarely, if the city's large enough, it could crash. But at this size, I don't think it will. I'm gonna open the map so I can see which way is north and south. That's modified. I'll call it just one. Always make a new save every time you save. In case something bad happens. Now, DSL map view, export, and run, so I can make a map. It will generate a map itself. I just wait. There we go. I know south. Okay, this is actually kind of tricky. Geez. This is diagonal. This could be east or west, too. I'll make this north and south. This will be north-south. This will be east and west. Okay. These will be kind of hard to name. This one's going north. Going up. But mostly these ones on the side, these ones will be kind of tricky to name. This will be east and west. Okay. I should probably wait for it to finish running. For it to finish loading this green bar. And then I'll close it. Not close it, but shrink it. Or might not finish. I'll shrink it now. The thing with this is that I usually have to wait a while before I X this out. You're too hasty. Usually I do this before I quit the game, so that way it doesn't completely crash. Oh, it did it itself. Sometimes it'll make the game lag a little. They're more smooth though. This rain will bother me. Shouldn't crash. I've had many experiences with that mod. It hasn't been updated in a long time. I don't think it really needed to be updated, but just to make it optimized, it would be nice if it was updated just once. Back on. Like my trees. This rain is too heavy. Way too heavy. Let me work on down here now. This portion. It's next to the water. I'll give it... Oh, it could go retro, but I'll give it the Green Cities look. Bottom down here. Ah! Will this be the time? I dare you to crash. I dare you. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it was probably fixing itself. It's a lot smoother now. When I open this map, it was fixing itself probably. I want this to make a smooth landing, not too steep. Around there is good. It can actually go a lot steeper since this road is really high. I could do this. Do that. Actually, I could make it close. And then, if I wanted to make the wires show, I could slope it to make it look like a ramp. There we go. Now everything fits. Now it looks like, oh, it's smooth. Actually, yeah. Nice. I think there's a ledge there. Yeah, there's a ledge there.
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Chloe.
Good thing about this asset is that they can access the backside of the station as well. I can put a road back here and they'll walk to it if I connect it. Let me get a little path.
They'll play your favorite hits, give out great prizes,
As long as there's a path they can
laugh their way
cross.
through your commute. Jimmy and the Stallion.
It's like that for now.
Entertainment only on Cities Radio.
Just, oops. Rotate it as I go. As long as it's connected to a road.
Dinosaurus. The only restaurant where the servers are dinosaurs. Our animatronics are so real, you'll think a T-Rex is serving you T-bone. A pterodactyl is serving you teriyaki. That a brontosaurus is serving
This lag spikes are caused by RAM.
is an archaeological find. Like our
They have more RAM in this computer to have those
or the pile of
little stutters to stop.
brownies adventurously named the Dino Droppings. So, take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can dine in or dine-o.
Oh yeah, let me name this actually. I'm close to the water. There are only a few American cities that are close to the water that end in a 5.
People always ask me why I carry a spray bottle.
Because American highways will always end in,
It's all thanks to
if it ends in an odd number,
splashed some water on
that
my
means it's north and south. If it ends in an even number,
carried away
it's
a long time ago.
east and west. So in this case, oops,
Feeling a little down, like the world is
I
a bit messed up. If you
95. Let me
spritz, just so
bring that closer actually. I-95
I really like it.
north.
Mileage may vary.
South. Make sure the name goes all the way through. It's right there. Going. Oh, I just did something. Yep, I knew I did something weird. I saw that it was on the wrong side of the road. There we go. Now it's on the right side. Okay. Backside? Yeah, backside's off. Okay. Easy to go across. Good. This one's east and west. It'll end in an even number. And it's close to the water. This case. Let's go with a strange number. Let's go with 17. I-17. This is east. Make it go. It's fine. What if it goes there? Let me copy it. Paste it along here as well. 17 East. And yep, correct. Then west. Paste. West. Along there. And along up here. That should be good. I can actually have signs now. Crest Avenue, that's a fine name. I don't think I'll change that. We make Crest Avenue along here. To place signs, I'm gonna do the classic California highway signs. Cali. In this case, it's short. Use the short ones. All the way in the back. I'm gonna use exit only. Since this lane will go only, so exit only. I pressed it by accident, I placed it somewhere in the woods. Yep. I had to press procedural objects. Rotate. Place. Edits. Wait, did I say crest? I forgot what I said already. Where's the writing? Crest, okay. Crest looks weirdly spelt for some reason. I did that again. Don't touch the X. Weird, I don't know what it was. It's abnormal. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Too large. 40 is good enough. Right down the center. I actually used the wrong sign. That's fine. Madison. Good enough. This case is different on this side. Ah. Just be an arrow.
You're de-stressing with your good pal Earl Kim here on Sunny Breeze. Hope you're having a lovely day out there today, folks. Keep it tuned right here.
Well, let me get 40. My gosh, fine. That's fine. There's a fire. Did I put a fire department? I don't think I did. I did not. Along this road. Go get him. Put traffic light right here. Busy intersection. There as well. Right there. Oh no, I just realized They're coming from all the way across the city. Yep. There, it's gonna take a... Oh, they're already here. Never mind. Oh, you're too late. Rebuild it. Unless they don't do that for burned down buildings. I don't know if they do burned down buildings. I'll wait and see what happens. If it gets built back, then I'll know. This side looks like a straight lace portion of the road, portion of the city. If that's the case, I'm going to use avenue. I could actually use a wide avenue. Make it look fancy. Avenue coming down here, so it's even. Get rid of these trees for a sec. Perfect. I should bring this closer. I'll leave 2 block space. Okay, when that happens. Actually, I might leave this. I might leave this blank. Might be a good idea to leave that blank. Having this come to here. And who knows? I actually might not make this road connect. Seems like the right move, actually. I want them to access this road mainly. So do this to make it slope again. And for this case, I might make something special in the middle. Probably using one of these things. This fit? Too big. Of course it is. Let's fit over here. Big. Okay, well, it's gonna be a park instead. I don't often build too many parks, but I'll decide to do that in this city. Make a large park. Not too big, but not too small. And you know what? I'm gonna make a little pond in the park as well. Not too deep, but just enough. It just spills into the ocean right there. A little bit deeper in the middle. It's too much of a little bit. Right about there. And while that's doing that, little man-made stream. It's smaller, not too big. Right off. A little bit deeper. Right off into the ocean. Hopefully there's a network. Okay, good. A little bridge piece. The bridge one looks nice. I'll move it over a little bit. Fill this gap. Expand it a little. To make water, I gotta use one of these. The water capacity is like 0.1. And pause the game before I do this, before I flood everything. Place it, select it, and bring it down until it fills the spot that you wanted to, and right about there, and then it'll fill itself. Eventually. There we go. Hopefully it does not go past the limit. Stops right there. Passing the limit. Drink yourself, please. Water should go down into the area, into the pond. Yeah, perfect. Drink. Good. Let's meet at park. Curve, curve. I don't want too much perfection. Just enough. Make it look strange. Put this back. Delete that. There we go. Now with this pond here, I can actually use these. What are these called? Park Pier. Not only a pier, but use the pier in the city. Use these leisure ones as well. I believe there is one with a bar in the middle. Yeah, restaurant pier. Yeah. Well, maybe if I do that, I have to get rid of this one. I'll do that actually. These are park piers. They're not really that. Make it match the road. Bring it back. And make it match the road. You know what? I prefer the park pier. Indecisive. This one's fine. That's not the right one. I might leave this one actually. Park pier number 1. Stay. This one will be here.
Carb up with yakisoba.
Not connected.
The noodle masters. No
You might not ever be.
life you're in.
You just want to exist.
Perfect noodles for you. From birthday noodles to wedding noodles,
Playground.
all the way to those most final of noodles.
Why not have some lunch right by the river?
Occasion has a noodle at yakisoba, so experience something different.
Trampoline park so the water can break your fall.
Fried noodles.
Bathroom. Don't drink the water. Gazebo by the trains.
You're listening to Sunny Breeze with me.
Stick your arm out.
Gibb. Don't touch that dial.
Get rid of that so I can see. Nothing too fancy in this park. I have a basketball. Futsal. What is a futsal? Futsal? What is that? Like some kind of soccer? I don't know if futsal. Have it. Not too dense. Nice. School. I could put a school right here, actually. That would work for a school. This is the Green City. It'll be creative arts. Alongside this road? Why not? Large Avenue. That'll be fun. Let's the other side. Maybe facing this way. No, it's fine there. Does not fit. Does not fit at all. Here's what I could do. I'll give this portion an ultimatum. We'll move this down here. Disconnect this. Force this portion down here. Convert this road to something else. More pedestrian friendly. So move this.
This is Earl Gibb, and you're listening to Sunny Breeze, helping you
Replace it.
throughout the day.
Fix this. I'm going to revert this road to this again. That makes it more seem like this is the more important road compared to this one. I could put something here too if I wanted to now. I don't know if I have a asset that can fit that size though. This park can fit, I believe. A little bit of space left. Maybe the '1 friendly part. I does the same thing. Needs a lot more space. Mark of Death isn't bad. I don't want them in school though. Tell you what, I think I'll just do this. I know what to do. It's a park. Actually, no, it's just fine. Maybe I could... Oops. Maybe I could put sand. Maybe. Then just fill in the rest of the space with trees. These are hazel trees, I believe. Looks a little robotic, but a little pathway, like a lawn. That works. These ones will be a little tighter. It fits perfect. Window goes through. The two stop. I do need more police stations down here. I'll use this one. I could put the police station up here, actually. I don't want too much stuff next to the station. That'll cause too much noise. Let me put it on this side. The police station up there. Firehouse up here. Retirement home here. Fine. A gym. Gyms typically don't mind loud outside occurrent noises. Would be fine right there. However, I do wish I would rather have it like this. Bring this one over here. On this side. That works a lot better. Save space. I don't mind houses on this road. Here, I think I'll replace these with palm trees. Just search it. I don't know why I'm scrolling for it. So, generic palm. Generic palm or California? Generic palm is tall. California would be a little too tall, maybe. So let me leave it as is. They're close together though. Really close together. Don't want that to be next to there. A lot of influx of traffic coming in through there.
Camera, movie. There's nothing like watching a movie to take you to another place or time. And there's no better place to watch than Drome Cinema. And no better time than the time it takes you to get from where you are to where we are. You'll break box
Sun's
office
coming in.
records of fun as you take a trip to Tinseltown Movie
Let's
World, USA.
take the line as the city builds.
Our theaters feature noise absorbing fabric, guaranteeing the only thing you hear is the movie. That high-pitched shuttle drone is normal.
I actually want to see how how I want to rearrange this track myself.
So come on down and enjoy the movies where
Is it fine as it is, or will I move it?
You're listening to Sunny Breeze with me, Earl Gibb. I hope you like this next one, and it makes your day feel great.
Don't like that. Too steep. Let's change the bridge. Strange. Fix those two, but not that one. Oh, that is weird. Oh my gosh, I'm so far. Let me speed it up. Okay. I did want to mention the packs that are coming out later. I'm not sure if I want to get all of them. Some of them seem like unnecessary. The Brooklyn and Queens one seems unnecessary to me. There are already assets in the game that have buildings like New York City, but that one seems redundant. I'm not sure what else it has in it, but to me right now it seems redundant. I don't think I need that one. The ones with the the trains of Japan. That one seems like the most, well, maybe second most option that I can get. Not for the trains, but for the stations that it comes with. Also has a few props too, which would be cool. The trains are nice as well. I do like the Japanese trains. Not the props, the stations is what I want. What else? The hotels and resorts. I don't know about that one, if I'm being honest. That one I know will be the most expensive since it's a DLC and not a content creator pack, but I just don't know how I feel about that one as of now. I need to wait until I see more stuff about it. Where's people going? Okay. I was afraid they'd start walking around like what they're doing here. I'm surprised they're walking. Not taking the path? Go another path? Well, maybe over here. What other pack is there? I don't remember the other. I think there's one more pack. I can't remember what it is. Brooklyn and Queens, hotels and resorts, trains of Japan. Isn't there one more? I can't. Or is it the last one? Oops. That should be fun. If I do this, will all of them say Avenue instead of changing names? Okay, good. Can I choose this? No, that's too tall. That's a little. It's not much, but not bad. Not a bad height. I guess it's fine. Why does it have a middle piece? There. If I erase that, I might drink. Okay. Wait, will it? No. Well, that doesn't. Maybe this one? I lied. Nice. Fix this. Okay, from there on, I made it 3 lanes. Why did I do that? There must be a reason that I did that. 3 lanes into the city. Okay, the city's close. That's why. So from here, I'll continue the 3 lane. Pretty fine as 1 lane from here, actually. Yeah, the main road will turn. From what it looks like. I'll use this one. Wide avenue, but no parking. I might just make this a circle instead. Too close. A 3-lane circle. Since there's 3 lanes on this side, I want to keep it 3 lanes. Disable. I want to make it 2.5 lanes turn. 1.5. In here. This point does seem kind of redundant. Does this already? This road seems redundant. I could, if I wanted to, delete this road. If you didn't turn, I'll delete the road. Me. There's just gap. Starting to get close to the city. This might be one of the rare cases where I build up to the city instead of building the city from a far distance first. Screw that, I'm doing exactly what I said I wouldn't do. I'm going to build a city. Let's see. Skyscraper, I want to see where I want to place those. See an option for a road right here. Zoning is disabled, I don't want that. What else?
You heard right, bring in any fish and get a free child salmon entree. And I mean any fish. Got a swordfish lying around? Bring it in. Got a goldfish you're sick of feeding? Bring it in. Got a fish that's been sitting in the sun for a few days? Bring it in. We'll throw it in with the rest of them.
These ads, let me see. Let's go with sunrise, shoreline I meant. Okay, so this is a fine plot. However, there are opportunities that I see. This might be too close. This might be fine. This one might be fine. I don't want to alter the road too much. However, I will alter the height. Some seems a little too high. I do want to make this flat surface. I did say I wanted to put the terminal somewhere. The terminal, I have to move the track. Let's see. I wanted to put the terminal around here, but it would seem weirdly out of place because the houses are right here. But no, it's fine. But it does seem out of place. I could put the terminal up here. In the city would make sense. Let me do that. I'm gonna flatten out this hill. Because the terminal does not like hills. Neither do I. Okay. That's high. Also, there's a hill here. Why is there a hill here? Higher. The train, I don't know if I want to leave it here. I mean, this seems like the best option. Hmm. You know what? Let me just lay out the grid for now. I'll figure out the terminal later. It will be diagonal, however. Just say I want to build here too, so it'll be a little bit tricky. This grid. Usually, most grids would have most of my grids. Oh, let's see. How do I want to go about this? Think principle. Save space. I'm going to bring this road back. All the way back to the shore. It'll be called Riverside Avenue. I can see it now. Riverside Avenue will be brought back. Railroad. This will be the southern line. This will be another line. So 2 lines here, 1 line going up. 1 line branches off and goes up. 1 stays down here. So the 1 goes there. 1 goes immediately there. 1 goes up and under. Passes under here, comes up. Now maybe not even 1, maybe 3. 3 at the same time come under here. 1 goes this way. 1 goes straight down. 1 goes this way. And 2 go backwards. 1 goes up. 6 lines. Not even 6. Well, it could be 6. If the trains make a U-turn, however, I don't think they will. I'll make them end at the terminal. 8 lines total. 8 lines total. Nine lines, maybe. Terminal will be somewhere in here. Somewhere. This highway right here. It could be underground. To hide everything. Or it could just be like this. It might be better if it were underground. And then came out of the ground over here. I think that might be the best option. To make this highway underground. Push this under. This can fit underground. I know that for a fact. Off over here.
We all want to be
Riverside Avenue.
We
Let me
all
leave me
want
now,
to be
but
sure
before I
that
forget.
People we leave behind don't think we're jerks. That's where
Avenue.
insurance comes in. We provide peace of mind for when you rest in peace. For a small monthly sum, you can spend your final years knowing that Final Insurance has everything taken care of.
Thanks, game.
Final Insurance, the last insurance you'll ever need.
the only insurance I'll need. Let's see.
Did you guys know there's different types of
I'm going to go through with this.
food vegans who eat like guacamole and chips and popcorn?
This will be the moment where I say, like, hear me out.
And then
But
there's food vegans who don't even peel stuff most of the time. They take the knuckle part of a
here,
salad,
that goes there.
swallow it with a glass of water. Oh well.
Here,
Don't need to worry about eating a whole
that
chicken.
goes there.
I don't even know if that's
It'll be underground from these
This
segments.
is Carolyn Shine, and you're listening to Shoreline Radio.
Here to here, underground. Here to here, underground. Come out of the ground, right here to here. 10 is steep, but it won't be as steep because it's going up. So it's gonna go down. You go down, you're going down, you're going down. Bring it down. There we go. Delete. Delete. You two will go down. This is legal. Can I do this? Can. How steep is that? 8.5. Really steep. Okay. That's too steep. How does it look like? Oh, I can't even do that. Ah, jeez. Oh, this is hideous. What is that? That's ugly. I thought I fixed that. Okay, what happened here? Why won't you straighten out? Slope out, please. Slope. 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 Still pretty steep. The sloping does help. It goes too far underground too quick. The problem. Is there any way I can invert the... Like make one of these above ground? No, but then this will be too close. This is the problem afterwards. But it should be fine. Let me test it out. Hopefully this isn't too close. I feel like these highways are too close. The tunnels will be hitting each other. Tell me you're not too close. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Please tell me that works. One more. Okay, good. Okay. Your lines are wrong. What happened here? It's a bug? Or is this a... That's to be a bug, right? The heck? Oh, that was a bug. Oh, okay. Strange. It's underground. This works. This side is a problem. Too steep, too fast is the problem. Maybe I can bring this down a little bit more. Like right there. Get off tunnel mode. 4.6 is a lot better. 3.6 is better as well. However, let's go. This should work. A lot lower. It shouldn't be as steep. Hopefully, it might be 7.4. 0.3, I was close enough. I could survive with 7. I could live with 7. Okay, what's with these? What is this? Fix that, please. Thank you. That's a problem. You know what? This could work. This actually, wait. This actually could work. I just got a genius idea. Did I save this genius idea for tomorrow? Maybe. Was this always 3 lanes? Because why does it go from 3 lanes to 2 lanes to 3 lanes? That has been error on my part. That's been an error on my part. Oh, I think this might work. I think it might work. I got this idea of like a grand entrance. Let me fix it. Okay, that's ugly. Let me really fix this myself. I don't know why it's doing this. That should fix it. There we go. Sort of. Oh, okay, that's better. Could this be straight, please? What was I thinking? This would be better. Hopefully this fixes it. There we go. Thanks for the follow. Skyftel. I can never pronounce names correctly. Hello. I'm just thinking of an, so what I've done is I built a little area over here. My entire plan is to now think about where I want to put my downtown. I originally had this part above ground, so I wanted to bury it. That was the idea that I had. I'm just trying to... Oh, it's auto-saving. So I'm just trying to fix this part. And just slope it so it's not too steep to go underground. So now I'm thinking of just having like some kind of entryway into it, using quay walls, which would be good. But I also want to I want to fix this track. I want to have a specific asset to use in this map, which is the Toronto Union Station. Because it just looks nice. Oh, that's fast. Okay. So, my main goal is to use this station. That's my main goal. And I want to place it somewhere along here, while also having the city here. With the skyscrapers and everything else there. Which would be nice. This building? Yeah, this building is Toronto. The map isn't Toronto. But just this building is Toronto. Right now I'm just thinking of how do I want to place these skyscraper buildings. I usually use most of the skyscraper buildings, but not all of them. So like, I don't want to place too much at a time, or else tourists will just start coming in this direction all at once, which will be really bad. I've caused many problems doing that before. But for the most part, I want to destroy this line and build it somewhere where it makes sense. But to do that, I need to figure out the grid. How I want this place to look. I've already thought about what I wanted to do with this road. This road was already here. I never touched it. But what I want to do is, I'm going to touch it now. Pull it back to the shore. Make it have like a little shoreline road. So I want to level this. Actually, no, I'll keep it like that. I'll maybe just do this. The height. Bye. Have a good day for you too. Might just do this. Don't know what that is. Look right. Maybe here. This should be good. I save a lot more space by dragging this road back. That'll make a lot more sense. Get rid of this for now. Kind of in the way. Also get rid of this track. Well, I can't get rid of it yet. They're still using it. Yeah, there's one right there. For the most part, I think I'm mostly set now. I do want to have another entrance into this city. That. Maybe ramp right here, just a one. Oh, this would be tricky. How many entrances do I want into this city via this highway? How do I fix all these? Did they close back? This works. This does work. Oh, you messed up my not so genius plan. I thought about what to do for this city. I was thinking of like my plan. How I always start small, then I go straight to downtown, which I'm doing right now. I'm just thinking. I literally took this entire highway and put it underground. And now I'm just fixing this portion. Researching GPU stuff. That's always good. That's true. If you're gonna put fans on the GPU, you're gonna need to have a lot of more. You need a lot more plugs for the fans. Or if you're just gonna buy a new GPU, I guess. As long as the power supply can handle it. Could base my grid off of this. Maybe this can be a park right here along the side. That's too big of a road. Bike lane. Oh no, it was my process of destroying everything. That was my first intention, which was not a good idea. I almost went with it. But I'm starting to think of an idea of what to do here. This gave me an idea that I saw off of a map once. Let's see if I can open it. Oh, 900 watt. Yeah, you're good. It won't be overkill. In the future, it'll be like, I should have gotten, what, 1,200? Let's see. This was my idea. Let me hide these. Underneath this green path is a highway underground with little entrances coming out the top. And they replaced the entire thing with a park, which is nice. And their train terminal is nice and hidden. Mine won't be as hidden, but it could be actually. This is Boston. And this is their spaghetti. This is like historic Boston. All the old buildings are still there. This should work. New York City doesn't have anything like this. It's mostly... New York City's will always be the same. It's just... I mean, they kind of have it over here. Their plan was to make this entire highway disappear, which they can't really do. It's stacked on top of each other, like the top side and the bottom side. It's a cool idea, but this was made in like the 1800s and it's about to collapse. Yeah, it's like a cake, a 3-layer cake. Ground, floating above that, like a pedestrian walkway. That's the closest thing that they have to like a park along the shore. They converted all of this into a park. All of this used to be boats. Like down here, it used to be like this. They're gonna do the same thing that they did down there, up here, which is nice. And there were some other areas in Manhattan. They turned all of this pier into a park. This entire side is a park. However, everything they have is underground, is the problem. So I can't compare my things to them. Like, this is Penn Station. It's all underground. You can see part of it. That's where the trains park on the other side. They built over it. That's what they did. Like, I can never control Google Earth correctly. And they built over it. On the other side, is where everything comes out. That's where they have everything displayed. I can't take inspiration from here. Same thing with Grand Central Station. I can't take inspiration from here because it's all underground. But it comes out the further north you go. It's still all underground, and then it comes outside right here. There was one city. I think it was there's Central Park. I mean, you could take inspiration from this. Just put a giant green spot. Brooklyn doesn't have much either. Brooklyn is mostly the same. It's all just building. Everything you see here, like this, is a cemetery. That's Prospect Park. There's a zoo in here as well. That's another cemetery. I believe Rhode Island. Yeah, Central Park is large. It's... So from here, this is... What, 60... Yeah, 59th Street. This is 59th Street. It is literally over 50 blocks long. This is 110th Street. So imagine walking from here to here. It'll take you a good amount of time just to walk through the entire park. But it's amazing though, because back in the day, the park never existed. It was all buildings. They had to destroy so many houses just to build this park. So many people were mad at that. The government kind of like just destroyed all everyone's houses, forcing everyone to move to build this park. Yeah, this is what I mean. I usually make my cities look like this. So, oh my goodness, I can never control this. Like looking from a distance, I will have my buildings just my high-rise from a distance like that. Everything else flat. Well, let me look at Toronto. Toronto actually would be perfect. Toronto, Canada. It's strange that I actually don't need labels on to know where I am. Yeah, Toronto's right here. This is Toronto Penn Station. Well, Toronto Union Station. It actually looks the same as the asset that I want to use. Yeah, it's very similar. What they do is everything's on the ground. Everything kind of just bypasses. There are highways right behind here. This is the Queensway. I hate this highway with a passion. It's so much traffic. This is north. This is the station I want to use. It kind of just weasel its way through the city. It'd be a little tricky to, but it's possible. And Rhode Island. Rhode Island's a nice place. Small. That's not Rhode Island. Is that Rhode Island? Rhode Island's really small. It's hard to see. Is this Rhode Island? No, it's not Rhode Island. It's a tiny state. I don't know why it's considered a state, in my opinion. This is New London. Rhode Island. Let me get labels out. On Earth is Rhode Island. Not up there. I know it's past a large amount of water. That's not it either. Is this it? No. This is Connecticut. This is it. This has to be Rhode Island. No, this is New London. Yeah, that's New London. Why is this state so hard to find? Oh, wait, here it is. This is definitely Providence. Yes, this is Providence, okay. This is Rhode Island. They take advantage and use everything into a park. Like their government buildings, they turn it into a park. They hide their stations underground all the time. But it makes sense to just have more green in the area, which is what I want to do. I'm trying to hide everything underground. This will be somehow weaseled its way inside of here somewhere. I think I can possibly see where it's going to go. It might sit right in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but near the back. Might sit back here.
It's finally here. Friday night chili bowling at Andy's Bowling Alley.
I have to delete these. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this subway station.
A free bowl of chili. So don't wait. Book a lane now. Due to recent incidents, the chili will only be distributed at the end of your visit. That way you can enjoy it wherever
Spain,
you
you say?
in a park, at home, or on a construction site. In the meantime, you'll have all the fun that bowling can provide. So come on back and be reminded that you're not actually that good at bowling. Andy's Bowling Alley.
You're listening to Shoreline Radio with me, your host, Carolyn Shine.
Oh, you're right, it does.
Words of wisdom for the day. Always think about what you're doing.
I do have a station that kind of does that, actually.
Once you're done,
It just kind of rams
rams
right into it.
that backwards, all right? Here's
But I
the
like this. I press start again. Gotta stop doing that. Pressing Alt. No. Yeah, and it goes right underground. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's in the ground as well. That's... I do wish City Skylines had better control of how you want to put things on the ground or in the ground. Same thing with Japan. Let me just go to Tokyo. Zooming out. Wrong spot. Take me in there. Everything kind of just... I gotta stop pressing start. It's just like trying to press control. Everything's built right here. They got their buildings surrounded by the station that just kind of crawls its way through. Which is nice. Tokyo's really big. For a city, it's huge. I'm gonna try to do that. Oh, Paris is a lot. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wrote this one down here. Yeah, if City Skylines could make all this. I do like their circles. I forgot the correct term for these, for this grid. I can't remember. Yeah, their grid's very sporadic, but it's nice. It's most likely meant for walking, I believe. They got 2 separate ones right next to each other. Strange. What is this? They got a lot. Never knew Paris had this many. Wait, this is nice right here. They got a lot of these. Yeah, I know Washington, D.C. took inspiration from Paris with their road design. And you could see it clearly. Yeah, Washington, D.C. took exact inspiration from there. Yeah. But they had to do what they always do and put their highways right in the middle of it. I mean, it's nicely hidden. Yeah, their city grid was inspired by Paris. With their diagonal roads, with their circles as well. And then they kind of... There's the same thing going toward the center with their little plazas and the parks. And this is their terminal. They only have one. Union Station. Oh no, they're not called roundabouts over here. These are circles. They're right here, even the name. Yeah, Logan Circle. Northwest. I don't think these are treated as roundabouts. Yeah, there's traffic lights in these. All of these have traffic lights. Because Americans don't know how to use roundabouts. Yeah, there's so many roads going into these. Yeah, some of these roads just bypass these roundabouts. Yeah, these have full of traffic lights. Traffic light, traffic light, traffic light. They always have to do their own American twist. And they're confusing highway naming. And this is the most confusing part. If you've never been to America and you're trying to drive, you have to like know the rules of the road. So like, let me see an example. Here's 95. 95 will merge with 495. The thing about 495 is that 495 makes a giant circle around Washington, D.C. Within 495 are the 395, the 695, and the 295. The names will get confusing if you know what they mean. So if it's a 3-digit number and it starts with an even number, that means that it will go back to its host highway, which is the 95. It'll meet with the 95 twice, is what it means. If it starts with a 3, well, if it starts with an odd number, it means it will not meet the 95 again. This is the only time it meets the 95. Once it goes past here, it will not meet it again. It'll end in Washington, D.C., which is what it does right here. It ends right there. Same thing with 695. It starts with an even number, so it'll meet with, in this case, 295, which meets with the 495, which meets with the 95. It's confusing. All these roads are probably full of traffic, honestly. If I can see traffic on Earth, that'd be nice. I don't think I see traffic on here. Baltimore is a nice city. It was a nice city. Where's it? Baltimore. It's up here. Yeah, Baltimore is known for their pier. The piers are really nice in Baltimore. But they've fixed all of this. It's a really nice walk up here. You can take little boats. They got a lot of food on the shoreline. The problem is that once you go deeper into Boston, you find nothing but a bunch of abandoned buildings. Kind of bad. But the downtown's nice. I'll give it that. And here, there's another 390. There could be more than one 395, which would be confusing. So this is another one. I don't know why they named it 395. When it ends right here, it doesn't even go far. And there's one more. There's an 895. Here it is. 895. I believe there's an interstate circling Baltimore as well. So here it is. Yeah, 695. 695 circles Baltimore. And a giant circle. This is 695. And here's 795. And there's Philadelphia.
I'm Carolyn Shine, and you're listening to Shoreline.
Philadelphia's
Tuned right here.
Philadelphia's like New York, kind of. It's New York, but smaller. They're basically almost the same city. Yeah, they're basically almost the same. Yeah, America has a lot of roads to bypass everything. Every road is interstate. There's 295, 95, 195. I mean, New York is confusing itself too. New York's doesn't follow the rules at all. So here's the main highway, the 78. But out of nowhere, there's a 478 here, which doesn't make sense. There's a 278, which doesn't make sense. It should not be here. There's a 678, which doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be here. And there's a 495 here as well. 495 should not be here as well. Same thing with 295. 295 should not be here. New York just breaks all the rules. But then there's California. California's a mess. Let's go San Diego. If you ever want to experience traffic, this is your road. Interstate 5. This is where California and Texas, they're really bad. Those are where the places where engineers will say, add one extra lane, it'll make traffic go faster. When it doesn't, it makes it worse. Let's go into downtown. Oh, that's Mexico. Oops. Yeah, right around here. Right there. Yeah, this is one of those examples where you shouldn't have a highway go through your city. It makes too much traffic. Yeah, these are the most important highways. 5. Where's 10? 5, 10. Where's 10? Blind. It's 8. I want 8. Here's Los Angeles. Here it is. LA. Yeah, 5. Here's 10. Here's this. This is where all the traffic is as well. You get lost here if you don't know where you're going. And this is the kind of interchange that people want to make. The stack interchange. Some of these little goofy ones. They try to connect everything with everything, which is the problem. You don't want everything to connect with everything sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to just have something not connected. Like again, another stack interchange. Here's the main city. Not much, but I guess it's enough for their needs. Let's go to the worst, the second worst. Dallas, Texas. America is nothing but roads and concrete. Yeah, this is a nightmare. And the confusing thing is that this is 35E. 35W is on the other side. Where is it? 35... There it is, 35W. In a different city. They're both the same highway. They're both 35. They just split up in two. And they come back together. All the way down here into 35. One goes to Fort Worth, Texas. The other one goes to Dallas, Texas. Dallas, and here's Fort Worth. Dallas is more used. And again, there's another circle. So 695 goes in a... Well, 635 goes in a circle. Yeah, this is why America can't have bullet trains. It's so large. It's too much to manage. Anywhere you zoom, you could just find something small. And here's Miami. This place is the first place to sink. If the sea levels rise, this place is gone. It's right next to the water, so everything here will be flooded by a tsunami. Which is weird, it's actually built like it has like a nice border around it. Like it just stops. Houses just stop being made. Farmland just completely stops past this point. Because the thing about Florida is that Florida is all swamp. Like this is all swamplands. You can't build here. It's hard to build anything here. Florida's full of alligators and crocodiles. Oh, here was another city. That was, this was another idea. This is Chicago. Chicago is changed from what it used to be back then, but it has some nice parks. Well, let me see that. Edinburgh? Everything's so pronounced. It's actually kind of cool. This would be disorienting if you were like... Some of these curves would be disorienting. Especially in here. Yeah, I can understand this gets congested. I could see that.
You're listening to Shoreline Radio, and it's time for us to check in with our listeners. Here's
I feel like there will be most congestion in the circles. Like some areas where, like here, this looks like congestion right here. Yeah, this looks like it will be trouble.
I was afraid it was just me, but Vance just said it so much more clearly than I ever could. There's got to be subliminal messages everywhere, and not just on the radio. The newspaper, online, even your alphabet soup is trying to convince you of something. But when those naughty voices get too loud, you've just got to close your eyes and pretend not to listen. This is Carolyn Chime.
This works. This could work. This kind of design could work. Let me see. Next to the station, Princess. I can see the congestion already. I wish Google Earth had a traffic map. Where is this actually? Oh. There's one thing I've studied. I probably know more about Japan than any other country for some reason. I find it crazy to think that humans built all of this. They did this with this terrain. Terrain is awful. But they built around it, I guess. They built all around the terrain. They avoided any mountain, that's why everything's on this coast. Whatever crevice they found, they built through it. Every city is right on the outside of that mountain. Where is Osaka? Did I pass that? I might have passed that. Where am I? Osaka's over here. I feel like going through mountains is probably the most dangerous thing. Like what if, imagine one day an earthquake just happens. Whole place is gone. I mean, it's a shortcut, yeah, but I'd fear the consequences of... Unless it's structurally safe, I guess. I mean, I don't know if Spain is known to get earthquakes a lot. Here it is. This is... I believe this is... Nagoya? Or Osaka? This is Nagoya, okay. I'd be too terrified. As long as... If it's like a tunnel where I can't see the end. 20 miles. Oh, that would not be me walking.
Can you hear it? Listen closely. It's the sound.
Oh, 20 miles is a long distance.
Pop soda refreshment.
That's as long as it takes me to get to the supermarket.
Fast.
Hi, everybody. This is Carolyn Chung.
Where's Seattle?
You
Is
might
Seattle?
notice that my voice sounds a little different today. Well, that's
What is that?
because I'm wearing a new necklace. Not an ordinary necklace.
That's Canada.
This one is filled with a
Where's
powerful
Seattle?
hematite.
Well, Seattle should be up here.
From the store yesterday, and as
I
soon
believe
as I tried it
the
on,
border is right there.
flowing through me.
Is
It's
it?
like real magic.
Yeah, this is Seattle.
Nothing like mood rings and charm bracelets. That's kids'
Oh,
stuff.
one way as well.
Hematite is the real thing. It looks like polished metal, but it's actually a crystal like quartz and geodes. It makes me wonder if there's any other crystals out there with mystical properties. But enough about that for now. It's time to get back to the music. You're listening to Shoreline Radio.
Oh, that'd be the longest wait. Oh, what if somebody breaks down in there? Oh, that'd be so bad. Yeah, 'cause I know, let's see. America's infrastructure is really bad. Okay, there's two tunnels. Like from this side it's New York and this side is New Jersey. So this is Manhattan and this is Weehawken, I believe. Weehawken, New Jersey. And these are the tunnels to get into there. It's just 3 large tubes with a toll booth. And you exit out on this mess. Loop around, the buses go up here into this building. But you just come out through here and it's confusing. It's, I don't know, this shouldn't be in Manhattan, to be honest. Manhattan's already bad enough. I do like the bus lanes. You can see the bus lanes pretty clear. They're bright red. And the other tunnel. Other tunnel's pretty easy. But it's it causes a lot of traffic on one road. This is one entrance to the tunnel. And this is the exit to the other tunnel, other side. The exit's pretty bad itself too. It forces everyone onto Manhattan, onto the one road. While the entrance is like, you can see all these cars actually. All these cars line up for that tunnel. And same thing with the other side, they all want to get into this tunnel. Through this one road. It all goes into one lane, and the other half comes in from this portion and up here into the next lane. So it's only a 2-lane tunnel. And this is where the tunnel passes. This is like a building to vent the carbon dioxide and monoxide out of the tunnel. And it goes all the way across to New Jersey, where it comes out right here. This is the entrance and this is the exit. And this side in New Jersey, it backs up really far. It backs up all the way back. Same thing here, backs up into this tunnel. The cool thing about New Jersey is that it's like a cliff. Like this whole green line, it is like what, a 100-foot cliff. And this whole green line is a cliff going all the way around. All the way up will be a cliff. All the way up into the George Washington Bridge. Oh, and this is traffic. This is the definition of traffic. There's a toll right here for the upper level. There's a toll down here for the lower level. Oh, New Jersey does have it better. There is space. But so many people want to enter the city. And at the same time, well, on the opposite, so many people want to leave the city. That's why this road is so big. It's, I believe it's 5 lanes on top. Well, it's 4 lanes on top and 4 lanes on the bottom, so it's a 16-lane bridge. Which goes into Manhattan, which is a terrible idea. I'll keep saying it. No road should go into Manhattan. Because it makes so much traffic. This is all traffic. Then it goes straight up Manhattan and enters into the Bronx. This whole road is bad. It's really bad. And then they destroyed so many houses just to build this highway. Like everything you see here, there used to be houses all across here. Everything here, destroyed. Especially this part. The main part goes up north. All the way up to Boston. And then there's Staten Island. Nobody... I don't know, I feel like everybody that lives in New York City does not think Staten Island is part of them. Because New York City is made out of 5 boroughs. It's made out of Manhattan, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. But Staten Island is like the outcast. Yeah, I was watching him too. He was doing the Upper Side, Northeast Manhattan. He was doing like this portion up here. And he was doing up here. Yeah, this is the West Side Highway. It's a highway all the way up into the Bronx. Once it gets closer to Midtown Manhattan, it turns into just a road with traffic lights. And down here is where all the boats are. This is the Javits Center. This is where you can go for all the events that happen. All the events that take place. A nice green roof on top. I guess that's good. Oh, this isn't destroying things. Yeah, they don't do that anymore. They used to do that a lot back in the day. Back when they didn't care about people. But they don't do that anymore. Yeah, New York would have been boring. I mean, the grid is boring. It's just a bunch of rectangles and squares. Only thing that makes it different is this road going diagonal. It's called Broadway. It cuts through everything. Going diagonal. This is where Times Square is. Yeah, Times Square is right here. Whenever you go here, it looks like daytime over here. It's that bright in this area. Like, say if you're standing over here, you will see a bright light looking up in this direction. That's Times Square. Yeah, it's all grid. There's that circle. This is not a roundabout, I'll tell you that. This is awful. Yeah, most people live in uptown Manhattan. Like, this is where all your houses are. All your houses will be, like, up in these portions. All your businesses, where people will work, will be over here. And all the way down here. Downtown. Every roundabout you see over here is not a roundabout. There's the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. This is actually where I went to school. I went to school right over here. Where is it? Yeah, right here. This right here. Yeah, here's my school, right here. In downtown Brooklyn. Yeah, you won't teach a single New Yorker a roundabout. They will not yield. They will do everything they can. Like this circle. I mean, it's not really a circle. It's a plaza. I do like the bus lanes. The bus lanes are very bright. Yeah, the subway trains. Each subway train has their own yard base. The cool thing about these maps is that you can see the history of what used to be here. Like New York City used to have trolleys. They don't have them anymore. So you can see like right here is the train. It used to go straight through all these buildings and turn. And they replace it all with like just weird buildings that don't stand out or parking lots. And it keeps going straight down. Like this house and this house. It'll keep going. It'll keep going all the way through. Keeps going through this backyard. All the way through. It keeps going. Like parking lot. And it ends probably like right around here. Well, where it used to end. So they destroyed all of that and just made it houses. There's another yard. Funny thing about New York City is that they can't... The reason that their trains are 24-hour is because they have no space to store their trains. They have nowhere to park, so they have to keep running somewhere. That's the reason it's always 24-hour. They have more trains than space. This one's a large one. And this is the... Oh, they actually fixed this. Actually looks really nice now. Back then, this was really bad. Oh, it actually looks really nice. It was a bunch of awful spaghetti back in the day. Imagine this being one roundabout. 3 highways together to make a roundabout. Oh, that'd be so bad. Yeah, this is the Jackie Robinson Parkway, the Van Wyck Expressway, and the Grand Central Parkway. See if I got it right. Yep, Jackie Robinson, Grand Central, and Van Wyck. Interstate 678. Oh, this is what I try to base my airports off of sometimes. I try to like have like a little interior spot for all the terminals. Have parking in the middle, or parking at each terminal. And just have the airports just on the outside. There's JFK Airport. And here's like the long-term parking area where you can park your car and just leave for a long time and come back and hopefully your car is there. You go here to rent a car. If you come to this country, you can rent a car right here.
How are we going to keep track of good and evil if 100 is the same as 4? I'm with Eleanor. It's no wonder everybody is so confused.
New York City has 2 airports. This one and this one. This one's a lot smaller than the other one. And this is the jail. They have the whole island for criminals, which is right here. Rikers Island. Only way to get there is through this road. If you're a criminal, you're coming here. Can't leave. I'm pretty sure this whole area is fenced in. This is the amusement park. America's amusement park. Coney Island. Down here. Hard to see actually. Yeah, here they are. They got their little ride thing. What's it called? A roller coaster. Pretty sure they have 2 roller coasters. Wait, this is new. I've never seen this before. Yeah, this is a new roller coaster. I've never seen any of these. I've only seen this one. And this is also new. I've never seen this either. Yeah, it's pretty much like the, what is it, the park DLC. They give you a roller coaster, they put it right on the coast. This is the biggest yard. People will complain about anything they can nowadays. I've seen so many people get mad when they're in the right of way. Well, they're in the wrong way. They'll get mad. They'll stick to their guns and still say that they were right, but they know they were wrong. Especially when it comes to driving. Oh, this is New Jersey's terminal. Hoboken terminal. This is Newark, Penn Station. It's a small station, but well, it's not really small. It's pretty large. A lot of people are in there all the time. Every morning, so many people. Yeah, if you visit New York is nice to visit. It's a bad place to live, but it's a good place to visit. Like, if you were to live in New York, do not live anywhere around this area. It's safer to live in this area of New York. Well, Brooklyn anyway. If you want to live in New York, do not live in the Bronx. There's a good chance you'll get shot. Manhattan is by far the safest because of how many things are there. Except for maybe not North Manhattan. Like Midtown Manhattan. Midtown to downtown. Queens, I don't know. Queens is its own thing, honestly. Queens could be a state if it wanted to. It can be classified as a state because it has 2 airports. Classified. Yeah, New Jersey. New Jersey would be a better place. If you want to visit New York, go to New Jersey and then drive or take the train to New York. That's the best option. There's a lot of ways to enter New York by a train or a bus even. I'd rather take a train to New York, honestly. They get there pretty fast. And Penn Station, it's a little hard to navigate sometimes, but it's easy to understand once you've been there at least once. Ghost hunting. You won't find ghosts, you'll find demons over here. That's what you'll find. I've seen a lot of Phasmophobia. I just never played it. I can't do horror games. I'll die. I'll get a heart attack. Oh, I know it's fun. It's... this is Jamaica. A terminal named after a country. Jamaica. I remember when I first heard Jamaica, I was like, you're going to Jamaica? I was like, isn't that pretty far? No, they were talking about the town Jamaica in New York. And the moment I would hear, like, say if somebody died, their last thing they said was screaming. And you're in the area where they screamed and died, it's like, nope, I'm leaving the house, somebody else go in there. I never realized O'Hare is large. That's a lot of runways. This is a huge airport. I thought it was smaller. I never played Assassin's Creed. Like, at most, the type of game that I would play if similar to Assassin's Creed, can't think of, maybe like a, what's it called? Just Cause? Or I can't remember what the other game was called. I know my brother has played Assassin's Creed. This is a new airport, Midway. It was newly built. A lot smaller though. Really small actually. History is weird. I took in so many history classes. I know that. I remember that, hearing that about Assassin's Creed. I'm looking for a specific city. I'm looking for Atlanta. Atlanta should be around here. I believe this is it? This must be Atlanta. $85? No, this is not Atlanta. This is something else. Where is this? Oh, there's 20. Is this Atlanta? This might be Atlanta. Interstate 20. American history is a mess. This might be Atlanta. Well, I'll know if it's Atlanta if I see an airport. I don't think it's Atlanta. I don't know where that is. What is that? Good. I followed 20. 20 should take me to Atlanta. That's not it. Oh my goodness, where did I'll just type it in. I keep forgetting I have a search box. Oh, that was Atlanta. I was sitting here gaslighting myself. Wait, then where's the airport? Oh, here it is. Wait. Oh, this is the wrong city I was thinking of. Which airport was I thinking of? Was it... I don't think it was this one. It was one airport. A really large airport. Oh no, it might have been this one. I just don't think so. I'm thinking of something else. That's a lot of car parks. Oh, I just realized, how do you get to these? Oh, there's a train underground you take. Okay. You take a train underground for each one, for each terminal. And you park at the end. I tried that in the game, but the citizens don't seem to like doing that. But I'm curious how large City Skylines 2's map will be. Will it be like the size of probably this? If it is this size, you could build really big cities.
A pterodactyl is serving you teriyaki. A brontosaurus is serving you chili dogs. Every dish is an archaeological find, like our stegogetti, our raptor burger rex, or the pile of crumbled sticky brownies adventurously named the dino droppings. So, take a trip into the wild at Dinosaurus. You can dine in or dine-o.
Hi again, everybody. I was just reading up on some science stuff, and I found out all about these special magical things called ions. And you know, if it comes from science and it has magical powers, then it's definitely gotta be effective. They like clean your body's energy.
Does Europe just has a lot of trains?
It's really
I feel like they have a lot of terminals.
stuff works once you understand it.
They must have a lot.
I assume so. I wonder if we evolved
I mean, it makes sense.
to take advantage of this awesome new technology. Or maybe
Oh wow, wait, this goes underwater.
I don't know.
Right at the edge. This river isn't deep at all.
Ionizing leg bands. You'd have to be crazy not to take advantage
Huh,
of
that's pretty cool actually.
science. I'm probably not supposed to give medical advice, but trust me, electricity works. At least that's what I think. Just be careful around dangerous levels of radiation, kids. I'm Carolyn Shine, and this is Shoreline Radio.
Yeah, because comparing everything else, like comparing this kind of stuff to America, just Europe has America outclassed. Yeah, it's not deep at all. That's very... This must have been built later. Or maybe, yeah, the tracks look new. Everything here looks new. But the tunnel doesn't look new. I do wish America had things like this, like canals just all around the houses, so you could take a boat. That would be nice. Yeah. This has history. At most things in America are basically 200 years old, or maybe not, just 100. 100 to 200, yeah. They're not really old. They're relatively new on the scape of like centuries. Yeah, because we focus more on the car. We don't really focus on people, which is a bad thing. Like places like here, you could tell they focus on more on people. People and transportation is what I see. America just focuses on the singular person and their automobile. That's like me building a city of just no transit, just cars. I mean, I guess I could do that, just all road. That would drive me mad. And I believe that too. I know. I think it's a code. When building a tunnel, if it is a certain distance, it needs to have at least a certain amount of vents be ventilated. Because whenever we build things, it costs a lot of money for some reason. Just digging a hole costs a lot of money. That's why we can't even make any more trains. Everything's so expensive. Yeah, so most things would have costed, well, not costed, but yeah, ventilated like that, some buildings. But I know that the funniest thing that I saw when I was taking the train to school to Hoboken, and the funniest thing is when you look out the window, you just see random shines of light that comes out of nowhere. And you ask yourself, where is that light coming from? Because these caves are deep. This is like this is the cliff I was talking about earlier, where it's just everything's elevated by a certain height. What they did is they literally just made a giant hole for the ventilation to just come through. So a giant hole deep underground. I think they did it twice. Yeah, they did it twice. I didn't think they could afford having a shaft, like a multiple vent shaft, so they just did 2 giant holes. The concrete wall in the middle of your house. They probably destroyed someone's house to make this too. These houses are probably here first. They probably just destroyed a house to make these. I believe they did it more than once. I think so. It's right over here. This is the tracks to New York. Only 2 tracks, which is surprising. Actually, I don't know if they did it again over here. It might be hard to do. Because it's so deep underground past this point. But in terms of where I'd rather live, I don't know. America's a mess. Not really organized. It's all highway. Every yellow you see is a highway. I don't want to live in a city, to be honest. If I lived in a city, I'd be overwhelmed. Like, I'd rather live somewhere like somewhere in the green area. But I also like it where it's not cold. Like, it's not bad over here. Over here, it's like your average weather. You get every season. Toronto's cold. I could not live there. Maybe like around Virginia, maybe. A nice temperature. I mean, if you want to be warm, then you go to California over here in the West Coast. That's always warm.
Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Carolyn Shine, and you're listening to Shoreline Radio.
How cold is not that cold? Oh, the winter is not bad. The summer, 30°C, that's pretty good too. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't lie. It's been cold. New York has been... There was this one winter. The wind was so cold. It was... let's see... If I convert this to Celsius, the wind was about negative 20 degrees Celsius. It was a cold day that one day. They closed school because the wind was just so cold. I know that Fahrenheit and Celsius equal the same thing at negative 42. So for me, it was like negative 20-degree wind. Or negative, not even negative 20, like negative 15. Yeah. And the hottest summer I had was about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe 22 was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, 22 Celsius is like 70 Fahrenheit. Or 72. But sometimes it's hot, and then it's really hot, but then when it's cold, it's cold. $38. How hot is 38? And 100. For us, let me see. How much is 120? That might be a little too hot. That's 48 degrees Celsius. That's on the hottest day. Like that one hot day in summer, it was disgusting. You could not leave your house. Yeah, that was a day where they called like a state of emergency for people that didn't have any AC. Yeah, humidity. Yeah, there's like some days where you can't breathe, like it's choking outside. That's why it's good to live on the west coast of the country of America, because humidity isn't really that much of a problem. You could breathe in the temperature over here, but compared to here, it's like choking. And most houses that you see, if you ever come to New York, you look in their windows, they all have an air conditioner. All have some kind of AC. If I could I go on Street View in this? I think I can, if I keep zooming in. No? I guess not. Yes I can. Yeah, like, each thing you see, AC, each apartment has an AC. AC, they all have ACs. They're all wasting electricity in the summer. Every single one. Air conditioner, air conditioner, air conditioner, air conditioner, air conditioner. Air conditioner, air conditioner. That's a lot. My goodness. Every house you come across has an air conditioner. One there. 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 Right there, one right there. Oops. There you go. Favorite takeout in New York? Where I'd always go? Let's see. That's Atlantic. Eastern Parkway. Sutter. There it is, Saratoga and Livonia. You can zoom in all the way. Take me to the street. Yeah, right there. There's a 3 train right here. China City. Get some Chinese food. Go home at the time. Take the train if you wanted to. Take 3 train.
Hello again there, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I was just reading a brochure about reincarnation therapy and transpersonal psychiatry. To be perfectly honest with you, I
All the stations look like that.
total idiot could believe
They all have like this one right here.
random Mesopotamian
Same thing. They all look like this.
runs dry. I guess the divine powers have to start recycling just like the rest of us.
Where's my little Street View man guy? He used to be in the corner down here. They all look like this.
To make up crazy stories about how we're
Sutter Avenue, 3 train station.
evolution and we
And then
come from frogs.
that's the last time you see it outside. After this point, it's going underground.
Condition. I guess it's pretty normal for people's hop around frogs.
Oh, jeez.
Playing tricks on them. You can never be too careful. This is Shoreline Radio.
Then it goes
Host, Carolyn Shaw.
under this parkway. Will stay underground the entire time. Then at the last stop, it has a yard. Oh, is he at the top right? Oh, he's there. Oh, I'm blind. He was invisible the entire time. I remember stations like these. These ones were always tall. You had to like climb your way up there. Go all kind of construction. Yeah, this was like a yard. A small little yard. I always see these trucks everywhere. Boar's Head brand, I always see them. On the corner of a street every time. This is the 3 train. Over there is the L train. Fun fact about the train's naming system. The MTA, the Metropolitan Transit Authority, they were 2 different companies. That's why there were 2 different letters and numbers, so the number trains are different sizes from the letter trains. So letter trains cannot fit on number train lines, but number trains can fit on letter trains, but they would leave a large gap where your foot would fall between the station. So it's not recommended you take a number train on a letter train line, but they can fit. If a letter train were to fit on a number train line, they would destroy the platform and destroy the train. They just wouldn't fit. They're too big. Until they all formed one company, but they still use different trains, which is weird in my opinion. this would be my favorite spot back then. Sit right here, and you'd watch. Sometimes the trains would speed along this curve. You would watch them speed across. One's not passing by, sadly. These things are old. These steel constructions, they're really old. I'm surprised they still stand, honestly. I mean, steel construction like this, they're pretty strong. They last a long time. But I'm pretty sure this is over 100 years old. It's just... Back then, they were probably cheap. I remember everything you see, like these trains, they all used to be above ground. Like here, it never used to go underground. It used to be all above ground, all the way over here. Everything, especially here, there used to be all above ground. Actually, under here. Under this road, you wouldn't believe me, there's 6 trains under this road. Like under here, there's 4 trains under here. And then from here, there's 2, and then they combine, there's 6. It goes 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the B and the Q are all under this road. And then the Barclays Center, which is new. It's like a new little stadium for the it's a new basketball stadium. This is when it was under construction. It's finished. Why is this picture so old? Oh, this picture is very old. Yeah, it's completely done. I don't know why the this old picture on this side. Yeah, there we go. They're putting a whole bunch of hotels on the side of it. And just in this one spot, there's how many trains stop here? See if I could read that sign. Won't even let me read it without zooming in. 2, 3, 4, 5, B, Q, D, N, and R. Stop here. Yeah, it's a nice. I'm pretty sure the stadium was meant to resemble Noah's Ark. It was made out of like a rusted iron and resembling a boat. I mean, my only complaint with this stadium is that they built it in an area with absolutely no parking. It was the biggest mistake in this. Nowhere to park in this place. Not a single parking lot.
We all want to be prepared. We all want to be sure.
I believe what they planned on doing was
don't think we're jerks.
they plan on using this train space as a parking lot. Or they're gonna actually... They're not going to. I remembered. I saw their plan for this area. They're gonna build houses on top of this.
Knowing that Final Insurance has everything taken care of.
But yeah, there's absolutely nowhere to park. There's so much traffic here, it's bad. Yeah, there's a bunch of lines under here. There's 6 lines under here, and there's 3 under this road. And then all under here is the 2, 3, 4, 5, D, B, N, Q, and R. All under here. And then they split up. So under this bridge, we can actually go on Street View. Go in the middle. Take me in the middle track. Middle, please. Yes, middle. Okay. This is the Manhattan Bridge. The Manhattan Bridge has 4 trains on it. On this side is the D and B. On this side is the N and Q.
And that's a lot. This is your host, Carolyn Shine.
All the other trains go underwater. They pass under the water. Only 2 bridges have trains on them. That's only this one and the next one, the Williamsburg Bridge. They're in the middle. And this one, there. This is the J, M, and Z trains all on this one track. So there's 3 lines on this track. And this is probably just... Hi. This is the walkway on the bridge. You could walk on the bridge if you wanted to. And this is the first bridge that was made completely out of steel. The entire bridge is made out of steel. Compared to the other 2. This one was made out of like iron. Iron and stone. The Brooklyn Bridge. The first bridge made. Oh, this one? This one was a newer one, actually. See, do people post pictures? If I click on this. Actually, I can just go to the yard now. Where is it? Here. I could position myself right here because you're not allowed to walk in there because it's a restricted space. Peek in there, however. And they look like that. They're just basically just stainless steel. I'm guessing it's like that in case it's spray painted again, so it's easy to clean. The rubber wheel. It's kind of cool to learn where places or things are made from. I'm so distracted. It's just this. Been hearing nothing but City Skylines music. I feel like, yeah, most things were made in Europe. They've had to have been. I remember, like, America wasn't even... Well, America, like a few hundred years ago, like maybe 400 years ago. Most things must have been made in Europe, or just the Western countries, us. Not Western, Eastern. One thing I know that was invented was in America was mostly the traffic light. The things that they needed the most. That's true. Okay, so I might end here. I'll continue this part. I'll continue making downtown tomorrow. It's just further. Through every circle is a traffic light. There will be no yields here. People do not yield correctly. Oh no, it was a good distraction. I was having a good little side quest to get my mind to think about what I'm gonna do over here next. I think I have an idea. This green bar is not loaded, not finished, so probably a bug. So I'm gonna end here. Almost 4 hours in. Hopefully it gets